Hey guys, so I'm finally getting to unbox Chanel Onyx and Ash Silverstone. Ash came via Amazon. I figured he's got pretty minimal makeup on his face. The chances of him coming messed up were a lot slimmer than if I'd ordered one of the girl dolls. So I went ahead and ordered him. So then the other day my husband and I were out at Target on the northern part from us, and we saw Chanel, and he picked her up for me along with some more amiibo cards. My binder came in to organize them, and I'm so hyped. That's what I did today, in between all the stuff I had to do and then taking a nap, was I just stuck my cards in right quick in their little order. I have a couple of doubles, so if anybody wants to follow my Animal Crossing Instagram, I'll link it down below too at the end, and you guys can go by there. And if you're missing any of the ones I have doubles of, hit me up and maybe we can trade or whatever. So I have these guys. I'm very much looking forward to opening them, but before we do, I would like to apologize for my last video. So let me start off by saying that I felt kind of stupid through the whole thing because I kept saying, yeah, they're definitely worth $30, and I'm like, oh, but there's this defect and that defect, and they were mostly small, except for my Natasha, who had a weirdly split-looking head, and then she had a big stain on her leg that seemed to be in the plastic, it wouldn't come off. I did file a claim on her in hopes of getting maybe a second body that I can just pop the head on that I have. I don't really need a whole second doll, even if they just sent me one with hands. But it turns out her head is not split. I'm actually just stupid. I just want to get that out there, actually full-on dummy. And here's why. So I picked up a second Natasha, and this one is going to, so you can tell she's second because no stain. This one is going to be customized. I grabbed her when I was at Walmart and I saw that stand because I was like, I technically need to still finish up junior high and get another fin for Pacific Coast, but also do I care? So I grabbed her, and the first thing I did, you guys, was I was like, I'm going to check her hair and make sure that her head is not split. Now, this one actually has less hair. Not considerably less, but noticeably less. Her hair is not as thick as the first one. Apparently, my first one's just a champion. Their head isn't split. They just have a gray stripe down their head. Natasha's have a gray stripe down the center of their head. And I guess beneath all of her hair and all of the plugs being so close together, it looks split, but I went back and looked and it's not. She just has a gray stripe down the middle of her scalp for no reason, and not all the way down. See, it's not in the back. It only goes to right here, where her main, I guess, part line is. And so that's why I thought her head was split. I guess all the rooting was so super close, and I wasn't expecting a random half gray stripe. So I would like to apologize to MGA, and if you want to ignore my claim, please don't, because that stain on the leg is still really nasty, but I would understand, because I'm dumb. I could always just sand the stain off and hope it doesn't go deep. I don't know. Anyway, so this girl is actually for a future video. I've been promising you guys a repaint video for a while now. My vision is still not 100% back in the side, but it's well enough that I can wear my contacts and drive and stuff like that, so I should be able to see to paint and make a video and not be lazy. So yeah, she's actually going to be inspired by a tulip I used to have. I sold it, and then it became super rare. I was like, oh, I'm sad I'll never get another one, but I kept its outfit. Do you remember how I told you guys I don't sell the outfits because they're much more expensive and hard to come by if you ever had to rebuy them? Big brain move. So I still had the outfit, and she has a pretty close skin tone to what I'd like to do. So we're going to be, and I'm talking everything, scalp painting, hair dyeing, possibly eye swapping. I'm going to attempt custom eyes, and then I also have a friend on Instagram who mentioned possibly being able to make me a pair in case. I've always wanted to take one of their eyes apart just to see what it would do, and I've seen the videos of other people doing it, and it didn't come out well, but we're going to give it a shot and see what's up. So she's going to be getting a whole lot done to her, but again, that's next video. Real quick, let's go ahead and open these guys while I still have time. Okay, you guys, so as you can see, Chanel and Ash have, again, the same box with their name and their outfits on the opposite side of Rainbow High's boxes. Okay, let's just do observations in boxes. So it took me a while to find a Chanel with some pretty decent makeup. Honestly, I wasn't really looking for perfect, but there were some that were kind of crazy. Most of them were good. I also did my best to find the one with the best hairline, if you can look, like some of her white hair is a little further forward, but some of the ones in the store, the baby hairs either weren't connected or the hairlines were real crooked. And again, like it's just one of those things for some people it bothers more than others. Something to keep an eye out for. Her eyes are part purple and part blue, which is really cute. And really, even though her lips are black, they almost have this berry tone to them. I don't know, like maybe it's just me seeing it, but I feel like it's got a bit of tone to it. It's not all the way black. In box, I mean, I can see already that her dress edges are potentially going to fray. I'll probably put some Eileen's No Fray on those. Her belt looks cute. Her earrings look cute. I can't really see her shoes down there, but I've seen pictures of her shoes and socks and they're really adorable. I made sure that her ruffles on each edge of her jacket looked good because someone had pointed out that theirs came looking different on each side. I double checked to make sure that all of the beads were where they were supposed to be and that everything was included, because I know you guys have seen it, but tons of people on the like Facebook pages post about how like people will take like these boxes, or even just that the glue will come loose and these boxes will fall out. I actually bought a Georgia who still had the box in, but somebody had opened it to steal her like second pair of shoes. All right, so looking at Ash, I see his haircut. It looks pretty decently even on both sides. Now, this one was ordered online, so I didn't get to check in before, but I do worry about this spot right here. Someone actually showed a picture of theirs where like his hair was actually missing a section. It was cut like super short. He's got both those AirPods, these eyes that are like a really pretty blue and green gradient. I kind of like that there's color in their eyes and a bit of blush on some of their cheeks. Obviously, the boys don't have that. I really think that if the earlier boys had come with this eye mold, they wouldn't have been met with so much annoyance. Like their baby faces are in part due to their super large eyes. And I mean, of course, the slightly pudgier cheeks. I don't mind that the slightly pudgier cheeks. I don't think every male from like birth should have to have like a sharp jawline. But admittedly, just the eyes being a more subtle, less wide version makes him look more like a teenage boy than an elementary school kid. Alright, so his clothes are pretty interesting. He's got everything here. I also like to check whenever I'm checking boxes for dolls that they have both a right and left hand, because we've seen that before where people get home and they realize their doll has like the same hand on both sides. All right, he's got his shoes. He's got, really, these tights are very strange to me. I'm very curious about opening them, especially because he's got like some plain jogging shorts over them. All right, and then if we turn the boxes, we can see that Ash is an audio and visual effects focus, and that Chanel is a couture fashion design focus. So it's really neat to see that it's not just a normal fashion design focus. It is specifically couture fashion design. Alright, you guys, and then of course you remember the back of their box just has like their little group picture. Talks about how Rainbow High has met its match. Not really anything new or interesting there, but let's open these guys up. Okay guys, on Ash right quick, I really want to start with his hair, and I think you can probably tell, like mine's eyes are a little off. I'm gonna have to push this one back a little bit. It's not hard to reset their eyes. It takes very little, honestly, to do so. So his AirPods are very much like earrings, by the way, which means you could potentially put them in any one of the girls. As far as his hair goes, there are areas that are chopped kind of short. They're not as noticeable because they're on the sides. The flocking is longer than what we've seen in previous boy dolls. I don't know if you guys could really tell that. He's got these little shaved spots in that are supposed to be very fashionable. The one thing I will say, on top of his hair being very choppy, is because most of these factory workers aren't hairstylists, and doll hair is not the same as human hair anyway, but so the hair is usually really choppy on a lot of these dolls that have short haircuts. It's very uneven in a lot of places. There's a lot of loose hair where it's been cut, like little pieces are still kind of falling out when I go like that. Yeah, you can tell like it's layered. I'm just not sure that's a good thing. I don't know. My only beef with it is right here in the front. It's cut way too short and it's super noticeable even with his hair. Like maybe if I brush it over like this, but I will probably take some of the hair from around like the middle section where it's thicker, and because he's flocked, if you look, he's flocked even under his other hair. I might take some of those and just replug them in the front to make up for these little poopy looking pieces. He, again, has this weird cricket leg brow. I'm definitely going to use some acetone and just wipe those two little weird lines off because they drive me crazy. I don't like them. Like, I know boys' brows are sometimes unruly compared to girls, but I don't love them, I'm not going to lie. I took them off of Finn as well. River doesn't have them, so I didn't take them off of him. Alright, as far as this jacket, it's very like a polyester thing. He's got a snap, actually, right here. So that it snaps together and just holds like that. So he doesn't even need, like, I guess, the zipper. And it's got these little shadow high tabs on it. And I'll show you some more of the back when I take them off the stand. But each sleeve does have a lot of, like, I imagine it's Japanese writing, but it might not be. I'm not really fluent in, is it katakana and hiragana? I don't know. I don't know how that works for countries, but I don't want to be, like, wrong when I say this, because I know with Lila, she had a lot of multiple different Asians, and that's one of the series 4 leaks. Multiple Asian influences kind of crammed into one, and a lot of people were, like, really upset about it, because it kind of made it feel like all Asian cultures were just kind of seen as being the same thing as each other, which is not obviously accurate. So I don't want to be wrong if I'm wrong in how this writing is. So real quick, let me show you the rest of the front of him. He's got this shirt that's got, like, the shadow logo in silver, white, and black as a triangle. He's got, like, these really cute pants. They've got some neat detailing on them. The pocket's actually open. Like, you could probably slide, like, a dolly cell phone in there or something. So that's really cute. He's level 99. And then these, like, these little holographic stripes, again, like I mentioned in that last video, they're kind of made of this material that doesn't usually do well with age. It kind of crumbles and flakes off. But that's been a lot of the Shadow High clothes. And then, of course, he's got his little Shadow High sneakers. I honestly think that the Sha should have been this side and Joe should have been that side. I don't know, because, I don't know, it just looks kind of strange. Alright, let me take him off the stand and show you guys the back of his jacket right quick. Okay, you guys, so here's his jacket. There's the back of it now that you can see it, because it's not all, like, wadded up on the stand. And, by the way, here he is in his little silver underpants. He actually has a lot of loose flocking on his chest. Just it's, like, kind of fallout, I guess, from his hair. Here's a better look at those shoes. And then his pants don't really have anything going on in the back other than little reflective holographic butt stripes. Here are his little socks, also with the holographic striping. And then here are his little ear pods. And like I said, they're basically the same as the girls' earrings. There you go. Which means, technically, he could wear earrings and any of the girls could wear his little AirPods. He's a really handsome fellow. Alright, and he does, by the way, come with a stand. It's a very, very dark, almost pretty much black. And he does come with a comb as well. He does not come with the, what are they called? The hangers. I swear I know words, you guys. It just doesn't seem like it today. Okay, let's take a look at his second outfit real quick. Let's start with his t-shirt. It's super cool. It's got the spaceman graphic, and it's got, you know, some more of that Japanese writing. Maybe he is Japanese, I'm not sure. So the inside of his shirt around the hem is really yellowy, and I think that's where they put, like, maybe, like, some no fray on it. That's what it looks like anyway. But if you've noticed, there are massive holes in his shirt. There's up here, right there, right there, right there. I mean, they're not massive. There's just a lot of them. Because they... Okay, so you guys know how his second outfit, it comes on this little plastic mannequin thing. The girls have second outfits that come on similar. And they just tag it. They tag it to that thing. They tag it to itself with these little plastic tabs. In so many unnecessary places. Like, it's not going to fall off, you guys. Calm down. Alright, and then, of course, we have this really cool jacket that says Eclipse on it. Again, more of the Asian style writing. A little pocket right here. And this one, like, it's sewn shut, so it doesn't really open, but I guess technically it could if you really wanted it to. If you want to snip it. It's got these very cool silver buckles on it. Honestly, this is so much cool. And the sleeves are kind of leathery. Again, that pleather material that, like I said, doesn't tend to always hold up after the years. But this is actually so much cooler than River's jacket. Like, Ash's clothes are cooler. Everything about that he has is so much better than the previous two boys in a lot of ways. Except for this, I don't know. He's got gym shorts, which gym shorts kind of make sense. They have a little Shadow High logo. Okay, weirdly, that's just a piece of pink fuzz, but it's underneath the thread. So I'm not sure what it's from. But yeah, like these are really cute and they're stretchy. So no elastic though. I think it's just, well, I guess the kind of elastic is just these guys to pull them tighter and looser. But he doesn't have any Velcro in the back. And then they go over these, which are like a Lycra type legging with these weird knee zippers. Look, I'm not gonna kid with you guys. And it's open in there, right? So like if he sits down, like, hold up. Let's get a better look at that. Yeah, like it's just like cut open. So I guess you could see his knee poking through. I do not understand these. I'm not going to pretend like I do. And then here's his second pair of shoes. I definitely think that personally, I like his second outfit the best. This is probably the outfit that I'm going to keep him in. I'm going to throw him in it really quickly. Okay, you guys, so I noticed a few weird things. Let's start with, yes, you can see his knee through here, which is very, very strange. It actually took me a few minutes to get him dressed because, sorry, all of these seams just kind of roll up. The ankle on one side of his pants was sewn so tightly that I almost couldn't get it over his foot. Like, it was a full, like, 5-minute struggle. So he's got his little gym shorts. He's got a shirt. Y'all, so I'll show you in a minute off the stand, but this shirt, like, the hem is so messed up from all the holes where they tacked it. But that's not the weirdest thing. This is. Now, I saw this hole in his jacket cuff and I was like, oh no. And then I noticed there's silver thread sewn in a circle around the hole. I think his thumb is meant to go through it because it's on the same. And this one I left the thumb out just so you guys could see it. So I guess maybe they wanted us to know it was a purposeful hole and not like an accidental one. And so each one is lined with a circle of silver thread. And then they have some of that same yellowing that his shirt edges have, which I guess is like some stuff to make sure it doesn't fray. Anyway, like I thought that was super weird. And like, who wears their jacket like that? Look, I have hoodies like that. And even, what are those shirts called? Like thermals. But I've never had like a coat like that. That seemed kind of odd. But yeah, really handsome boy. I'm not sure I'm going to love this outfit though. I'm going to actually restyle him here in a few minutes. But first, let's review Chanel really quickly. Okay, you guys, I'm not about to lie. I've been waiting for Queen Chanel for like a minute now. I thought she was absolutely gorgeous from the second I saw her. She reminds me of that model. I'm trying to think of her name. Yeah, I'll like throw it into the side. But there's this model who's known for having very, very dark skin. And she's absolutely stunning. And Chanel actually reminds me of that model. I really think that this little white swoop in her hair is a really cool detail as well. It's surrounded on each edge by some silver. I do wish her hair was a little more straight on the part line, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I'm probably going to restyle her hair anyway. I doubt I'll leave it in a side pony. You never know, though. Look at this cute bow with a little fake jewel. It's actually on like a black band, not the usual cheap, like kind of clear plastic ones. Alright, her hair feels really thick. Like, everywhere I feel there's hair under hair. So I don't feel any bald spots. I don't feel any thin spots. Which is a very nice treat, considering Series 3 and, you know, Junior High and some of the other lines. She's got these gorgeous earrings in a new shape we haven't seen before. Looking forward to, like, displaying her with those because I absolutely love them. I'm glad I'm going to buy more of her. I probably won't sell any of the earrings. I will keep them for other dolls. Her eyes, like I said, they have this blue purplish tint, and her lips, it's very hard to see, but it's almost got like a purplish or like a berry-ish colored tint to it. It's really gorgeous. Love the white eye makeup, the little glitter on the inside of her eyes, the glitter in her skin. Like, her skin is very sparkly, and it's kind of really cool. All right. Sorry, I've got her belt kind of twisted here where she's on the stand. This dress, again, really beautiful. I can understand why they didn't use the no fray on this if it's turning Ash's clothes yellow. Because his are yellow underneath, whereas hers would be yellow where it's very obvious. But I do worry because this does look like it's just going to shred at some point. It does have a very nice underskirt under it. She has silver underpants, as you just saw by accident. Sorry, flashing you guys her underpants. Okay, the black lace socks and these shoes. These shoes are kind of like the strange combination of first series Violet and Robin's slippers with the fuzz right here. So it's kind of like those two pairs of shoes had a baby. But like, I love this. I love everything about her. One of the things I'm going to have to do though is wash her hair to get these like weird crimp lines out, as is very common with the dolls from where they're held in the box. I really was looking forward to trying her in Natasha's clothes and Natasha in her clothes. A lot of folks have already beat me to it. It looks amazing on both of them. So I won't bother to relive that. I am going to pop her in her second outfit right quick, just so that you guys can see her in that. Okay, guys, really quickly, I just wanted to go over some things. First of all, I didn't notice in her dress that she had this really cute bracelet on. Sorry, I'm trying to not knock her over today. See if I can focus on it. It's got like two little jewels where they kind of clasp together in the middle. She's got some lovely silver painted fingernails. Mine aren't so lovely. Like, obviously, like I said, painting something so tiny is probably very hard. Might need to clean those up because they're a little sloppy. She's got her silver underpants on. And then I just want to show her belt is separate from her dress. So that is two separate pieces. The charm in the middle, like the SH charm, is actually like really, really cute. Like, that's really nice. It's not tacky or gaudy. The lace socks, just a little up close detail of those. And then the shoes, so you can see them separately from the socks. So all really, really nice pieces. And then really quickly, I just wanted to say, like, her comb is also just a very rich black. If you look, it's slightly darker than Ash's, which is crazy because her color is way darker than his. And she comes with a stand and, again, no hangers. For the second outfit, she has this little kind of leather vest or like jacket. It's almost kind of like a bolero. And her sleeves are actually kind of sewn on looking like rosettes. And I'd seen one person where one of their sleeves was like this and the other one, the fabric was layered over, so it didn't have these edges. It was a big puff, and so they didn't like it. So it is something that you might want to look for in the boxes, just to make sure that her sleeves look as symmetrically made as possible, if that's something that bothers you. Her skirt I originally thought was black and white, but it's actually black and silver, and it's got these great little silver threads in it. So I thought that was a really nice detail as well. And then her top, of course, again, these pleather pieces, like I said, I'm just really worried about the long-term hold-up. This top is kind of thin, honestly. It's really cute, and I like all of the beading on it. But as we've seen before, these beads don't always stay on that well. With a lot of movement, they just kind of pop off. So I'm hoping that this holds together really well, but I don't know that I have a ton of faith in it. And then for her second shoes, before I put everything on her, here they are. They've got this like giant buckle in the middle, and I'm not going to lie to you, they kind of remind me of what someone would wear if they were doing a sexy Halloween party costume that was like a pilgrim, like the pilgrims from like the 1600s, and with the buckles on their shoes, but they were going as like a sexy version of one of those. I don't even know if that makes sense, you guys. I'm ridiculous today. All right, let's see what this all looks like on her. Okay, you guys, so here is Chanel in her second outfit. There's her little shoes. Alright, guys, my only critique with this outfit would be that the pattern with the beads on the top and the pattern that's on the skirt really kind of don't go well to me. They kind of are clashy, like I guess the dots and the houndstooth or whatever. Like, I don't love it. I even tried it without her coat on to see if maybe the coat was making it too busy, but it's just not great together. I do think that maybe the skirt paired with Crystal's top, not the holographic bandeau that she wears under her like white holographic shirt, but the other silver top that comes with her jeans, the ones with the straps. I feel like that would go really well with this skirt. If I have a spare one, I might try them on here in a minute. But there they are in their second outfits. And real quick, I'm going to restyle them and show you guys my restyle. Okay guys, so really quickly, here she is with that crystal top I was talking about. Honestly, the top needs to be cleaned up. It'd probably do better without the jacket, don't you think? Okay, there we go. This top is really kind of ill-made, and it's got like a lot of loose threads and stuff, but the fabric itself matches the skirt really well. Probably better than her actual top. Okay, so really quick, the chicken feather dress without the chicken feathers still isn't really all that cute, but here is Chanel in one of Natasha's outfits. Well, just the dress for now. Okay, you guys, and here they are in their final outfits. I really don't have a lot of gray, black, or white boy clothes. Honestly, I had like a pair of gray Ken sweatpants, but they didn't really look that great either. And then I have this kind of silver and black Deuce Monster High shirt that has hollow stuff on it. And so that's kind of what I stuck Ash in. As far as Chanel, that skirt is a dyed skirt of Sunny's from Avery's Closet. And then she's got Robin's top, Chanel's earrings, I think they're like Cheryl or Bella's socks, and her own shoes. And I mean, her outfit's kind of giving me like craft vibes for some reason. I don't know. Like, I love the craft, but you guys are probably too young to even remember that movie for the most part. I guess they had like a new one not that long ago. With Ash, I kept him in his first pants, but his second jacket. Honestly, I will probably never ever put those leggings back on him that he came with because they're so hard to get over his feet. And he's got his second shoes. So I think this is what they're going to stay with for now until I find either some better clothes for Ash or I'm able to like dye something for him. But yeah, I think they turned out cute. Alright, you guys, so just tell me what you thought. Like, did you like them? Were my clumsy reviews enough to make you want to go buy them if you weren't already? Are you looking forward to seeing me dye them? I feel like the first one's not going to be particularly exciting. But hopefully they get more exciting from there because the first one's just a single color. But yeah, I don't know. I've already seen people starting to dye them. I've seen people do Chanel with like green and I think another one with pink that was really pretty. I've seen people saying they were going to do Nicole Brown. I haven't seen anybody do it yet, but I think it's going to look really good on her. I've seen people do Natasha like a baby blue that went really well with her eyes. And I feel like there was another one. Oh, I saw some people do Heather. One was half black and red. It was like a Harley Quinn. I've seen one that was half black and half green that was really, really cute. So I'm looking forward to dyeing them. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more of you guys dye them. Hit me up on Instagram if you want. I'm kind of slow at answering messages sometimes. I wasn't initially, but it's getting to that point now where like I have like a larger, I guess, follower base and I get more messages. So like sometimes it does take me some time to get to them. Please don't ever think I'm ignoring you guys. I get overwhelmed really easily. And do you ever do that thing where you look at your inbox and you see the number sitting there that says way higher of a number than what you're prepared to deal with that day? And you just think, I can't. I just can't. And you skip over it and like you wait 3 days to answer it. Like sometimes I get that way. I'm just going to go ahead and get that out there. Like, I've always been like that ever since when I was a photographer. Like, I'd get, like, hundreds of messages a day from people, and I just couldn't. Like, I couldn't keep up, and I'd become overwhelmed and just, like, despondent about the whole thing. I don't know. We're not trying to do that today. That's also a thing. But definitely still feel like you can message me. Just know that I might be a little bit late to answering because I'm slow. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I hope that if you haven't already bought Shadow High, that it made you want to go buy them because they're actually really lovely. I know I kept saying that and then pointing out flaws last video. My main thing is a lot of people are way more picky than I am. Like, so a lot of times if something's like a little off, I'm just like, I can live with it. I mean, my own face is not symmetrical and most people's aren't. So I guess it doesn't always bother me. I do think it bothers me now more than it did before because I've seen so many other people critique it. So when I go into the store, I look at stuff differently when I'm looking for which doll I want to pick up. Especially because if resale value is also based on the fact of whether or not people are going to be like, how perfect is this doll's face? I don't ever plan on reselling my dolls, but should I ever have to, I would at least like to know that, like, I'm not even saying can I get top dollar because I don't know what that'll be. Like right now we see people out there trying to sell Monster High for like ridiculous amounts and they're like leaking glue and yellowing and their legs are loose and dangling and they're absolute messes and people are like $400 for this first gen whatever. And I don't think it's all that bad, but like in some cases on eBay it is. So people are just really whiling over it and that's not really my vibe. But if I were able to, you know, if I had to sell them in the future. Like if something came up and it was like, okay, I need money for my family and I have to, like, you want to know that if you have to get top dollar, you can. And, you know, there's always the question of whether or not their $30 is worth it right now. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. Like, they are incredible dolls. If you look at what a crappy, and I hate comparing them to Barbie, everybody does that. But if you look at what even some of the nicer Barbie fashion packs cost, you're looking at like $10 for, you know, maybe 2 tops and a skirt and a pair of shorts or whatever. I think it's like the ones that come with like a 4-pack, they're like $10. And maybe a little cheaper plastic shoes and a ugly little purse, whatever. With these dolls, I mean, you are getting quite a bit for your money. They're coming with 2 very detailed outfits that are usually nicely made. Like, we've seen some where the jeans don't fit. You can't even get them over the thighs. We've seen some with the print off, like whatever. But it's not as common as I think a lot of us make it out to be. Just because we do see it, we're so infiltrated with everything because we're online all the time reading about dolls. I don't know about you guys, but like, I'm on my doll account probably like 100 times more a week than I'm on any of my other accounts, like whatever. But you know, and other than the occasional, like, you gotta think, like, people are making these really, really quickly in a factory. We're expected to meet a quota by a certain amount of time, whatever. And so they're stamping on these faces, and the faces, from what I can tell, are in layers. So especially with the makeup, I think if you've ever noticed, because I had a Gabriella that I showed this on a previous video, like, she was missing the layers of her makeup on one eye. Like, she had, like, the first, I think, 2, and it was missing, like, the darker streaks in it. So I do believe that the makeup is kind of stamped in layers, and it's probably going very fast. If the doll's not on, like, maybe the conveyor belt or whatever, right, when they're stamping, I don't know if they do it by hand or you know, whatever, if it's automated or manual, but it could just be that it's coming down crooked, or when they're trying to put it on, it's crooked because they're working very fast with, you know, people-sized hands on very small spaces. So it's not that we shouldn't expect some leniency in there, and some of us, like I said, are way more picky than others. I've seen some people who have a doll that absolutely stood perfect in the photos, and people are still like, no, I'd return that because there's something off about it. So, like, it varies by person. So when I do these critiques, please note that when I'm picking out these little things, it's because I know that there are people out there who would zero in on that, and it is something that would bother them. Not that it's something that bothers the rest of us, you know? As far as whether or not they're worth $30, I do think they are. Even with the minor flaws, I don't think that they're, like, not worth it. I think that the reason why people are upset about the price going up right now is not that the dolls aren't worth it, it's that people can't afford it. Like, a lot of us are financially comfortable, some people more than others, and that is amazing and great. Celebrate you, whatever, just don't be a jerk about it, I guess. I can't tell you what to do, obviously, but a lot of people still can't. A lot of people are still recovering from, you know, layoffs from the pandemic, or, you know, whatever. In my case, like, my job really at one point kind of became obsolete for almost a year because I couldn't really set up shoots with people because you can't wear your mask when you're getting a photo, and well, I can mostly keep distance from them. It's not always a thing. So, you know, there are people who dealt with a lot of stuff like that. There are people who had to quit their jobs to do childcare because the kids couldn't go to school, like all kinds of stuff. So I would say keep that in mind. Like, when you see people complaining about the prices, it's not that they're saying the dolls aren't worth it. A lot of times they're just saying, I can't afford this, and if it keeps going up, I'm going to have to give up something I love, and that upsets me. You know, like, if people have to choose between dolls and food, like, obviously you're going to feed your family before you buy a doll. Not all of us. Some of us will live on ramen, but for a lot of people, you know, they can't give up all those things. It's not to say that we're not going to complain. We're not going to have hard days. We're not going to be like, this sucks, because, yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing, and I hope to see you again next week. Hopefully, we will get this Natasha going, and you guys will look forward to seeing what I do with her. I've not ever really recreated a doll that I've already previously owned before, so this is new, but we're going to do something about it. Alright, you guys, I'll see you next week.